Well, for about 4 or 5 weeks, I was going too low, and somebody pointed out, Mart, every week you're much lower than you should be. So I changed my tactics and started playing higher. Now, for about the last 4 or 5 weeks, I've been too high. So I'm back in zone 3 again. One thing to note, though, I say this regularly, I can get one of the eye lines spot on. I can't get them both. If I draw a line from this fella on the right here up to the winning cross, we're more or less hitting mine again. But this fella is further over to the right-hand side. But the height was always an issue, wasn't it? Because that's all we had to go on. Was, they're not sort of. It was all about the height, and it was always going to be sort of somewhere on that girl's legs there somewhere. So there we are. I ended up in zone 3, to be expected, I suppose. Did the winner get it spot on? Let me have a look. No, he didn't. Judges were 2147 on the X, and the winner was 2146. So it was a pickle out. Right, let's have a look at the judges. See what they did, because I'm sure they're all over the place. Yeah, hell of a spread from the judges, wasn't it? Look at this. They start down here, the lowest one is down here, and then there's 2 all the way up there. That's hundreds, if not 1,000 pixels between those. There's loads and loads and loads. Massive difference. 8 judges. Looking at that quickly, they wouldn't take the top 2 out because there's 2 together. There's one there, one there, one there, one over there. This bottom one, I would say that's going to have to come out, and not just because it's isolated, it's out there on its own, it's away from the things. It doesn't make sense with these 2 players here because they're clearly both looking much higher up, which is what we said last week. They're both clearly looking high, especially the way they're fighting with each other. The ball's coming down to them. So, yeah, width-wise, not that far out, but then it was never going to be. It was all about the height on this one. Couple up on the knees, 3 down on the feet. So, yeah, that's obviously going to go up, as we saw in the earlier picture of where I was, because that one's going to come out. I don't think they'll take any others out because the others are all possibles, I suppose. But yeah, those that bottom one's going to come out because it doesn't align with either of their eyesight. So don't know what he was thinking there. So let's have a look at the final decision, see what they did. Yeah, they took Nigel's cross out. Nigel Hicks' cross, that was the bottom one. They haven't taken any others out. They've left all the others in, which then took it up as we saw it there. Mine was further up and to the left there. Yeah, I mean, I can't complain about where I was. When you look at how spread out the judging is, and yet this happens quite a lot, is that the average sort of works out okay. I mean, it was in the right area for where a lot of us were. But, the spread was bonkers. In fact, I think one of the judges is almost spot on with it there, which is rare. It's rare to see a judge in zone 1 or zone 2. They usually spread out all over the place. Well, there we are. Let's have a look at this week's picture, which I've only just moments ago chucked across in, which could be way out. But let's have a look. Right, so I've gone there first of all, and I've got to admit, I had the picture enlarged at the time, and half the top of the screen was cut off, so I probably should have gone a lot higher. But where I've gone for now, and I'll explain in a second, let me just click on draw some lines. This guy on the right-hand side, he's a red herring, isn't he? Because he's looking at the other fella's face, his teammate's face, so he's not looking up at the ball at all. This fella on the left here in a white shirt, he's making an effort to get to the ball, wherever it is. And I drew a line originally, and I think I need to go higher and steeper. But that was my first. That's because I had half the screen cut off. And this fella at the back, if you look at his arms, he's trying to barge his way in between the 2 players. So he's actively making an attempt to get to the ball as well. So that's why I went where I went there. Now I'm having second thoughts, and I think it could be higher. So, for example, if I look at his eye, he looks as though he's looking even steeper. So, he could be tempted to think he could be up there somewhere, which would warrant maybe another cross. So which one of them makes sense? I think it's okay with this fella's eye line. It's got to be, it can't be above his head, because he's looking slightly, you know, his angle of his head and his eyes, he's looking slightly forward of himself, but up there. This fella, I think I might have misjudged the first time when I done the first cross, because I think there's so much white under his eyes, I think he's looking steeper than I originally thought. Up past his hand, so I think it could be as high as that one. Now, I know a lot of you disagree, but that's fine. But I mean, look at the judges. I wonder if they have arguments. Oh no, I suppose they all do it from home, don't they? Gone are the days when they'd have all gone into the office at BOTB headquarters, and they've all had to sit around a desk and do it. They're probably all doing it from home and logging in, so they don't get to argue with each other, call each other brain dead idiots and things like that. They wouldn't do that anyway. They're nice people, just not very good. But yeah, I think I probably should have gone higher on the on my first cross there. I don't, because the more I look at his eyes, the more I think he's looking steeper than what I first assumed. So it could be up there, or it could be somewhere in the middle. Right, I don't know which one I'm going to pick. I'm going to pick one of these crosses, and I'm going to put it into the comments as the first cross of the week. I'm tempted to go for the higher one, because this fella at the back looks as though he's looking sort of really, really steep. And I think if it was the bottom one, it would be too close to this fella. And I think he's looking up more past his hand, as though he's lining up his head ready to catch the ball. But either way, those two are trying to fight for it. And this guy on the right's a red herring, and he's nothing to do with it. He's just looking at his mate. Right, so that's where we are with that. Let me know what you got on, guys. And leave me a coordinate now for Saturday. Now, let's move on to Revcomps. Interesting one today. Last night was the live draw, and the main prize was this Ferrari Purasangue V12, or £500,000. Well, they sold 64,607 tickets, so there was like 35,500 tickets they didn't sell. That was touch and go, because I mean, I just multiplied 64607 by £8.97, because that's what it was per ticket, and it came to 579,000. So that was touch and go. That could have gone either way last night for them. It could have been a loss. In fact, I don't think they even made that much, because when these tickets first come out, they do the cash back, don't they, which is like 10%. So, you know, you're knocking 90 pence off that, 90 pence to a pound off the ticket price. So if there's a good few thousand sold in the first day or two, the tickets would have been even cheaper, because they'd have given some credit back. So they probably made about 50 grand on that, which is a chunk. I mean, let's not knock that. They made 50 chunks. They made 50 grand perhaps on one car. That's a huge amount of profit to make. But what I'm saying is, it is touch and go, because it wouldn't have taken sort of many less tickets for him to be running at a loss. I didn't actually watch the draw, but when the guy won, I put his name into the entry list to see how many tickets he'd bought, because I like the one winners, when the one ticket winners, when they just bought one ticket, the underdog, as we say. But Jamie Brimblecombe had bought 20 tickets, so he'd spent 180 quid, and you think, yeah, it's a lot to spend, isn't it? 180 quid on 20 tickets, when he was selling 99,999 tickets, so 100,000 tickets, and he only had 20. But it worked. What a good investment, to spend £180 and win £500,000. Outstanding. Got to give him credit for that. Right, let's jump onto the what's next. So next Thursday's draw, I think I've got one on this McLaren or 85k, and I did have one on this Fiat Abarth 595 thing for a laugh, because I reckon this thing would be hilarious to drive. Don't know if I'd keep it long, but it would be a hoot to drive. Then last night they added some more. Not a lot appealed to me here. I don't usually spend this much on a ticket lately, but I did go for this camper van, and part of the reason was it was only 8,000 tickets, and it comes with £5 grand as well, so that's why. But nothing much else appealed to me there. I may or may not do one on this Porsche. It's 50,000 tickets, 10 at a time. This GLC 43 Merc didn't appeal to me. I do like these old Defenders, but what would I do with it? And it's 30 quid a ticket. And then you've got this BMW M2 competition. Doesn't really appeal to me, and 20,000. I do like the auto draws. Let's jump onto the auto draws. So you've got 2 tonight finishing. This Vauxhall Corsa, which I haven't played for. I have got 3 tickets on this Tiguan because, as you know, I wanted diesel automatic SUV 4-wheel drive, and that's exactly what that is. So I did get tickets on that. I've got nothing on the others yet. I was hoping to win some credit last night, and I didn't, because I was going to spend it. I was going to get one on you, and one on this Volvo. I still might go for the Volvo before Saturday. I don't know about these two because the odds are high. But the ticket prices are cheap, so I haven't made my mind up on those yet. If I did play them, it would only be for the cash alternatives. 35,000 on the Audi, 50,000 on the Ferrari. But yeah, if anything, I might go for this R-Design V40 Volvo. So there we are, that's me done. Nothing else to discuss, I don't think. We've covered it all. We covered the Auto Trader free car giveaway last Saturday. So there we go then. Yeah, let me know how you got on, guys. If you got closest car or zone 1 or whatever. Leave a code in for Saturday so we can make another one and see how we went with the average. Alright, cheers everyone, and good luck.